Hey Canucks fans, thanks for being here. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary. Just checking out which way I'm supposed to go here. Clay's Canucks commentary live, my post-game live stream for Thursday, May the 6th, on a night where the Vancouver Canucks doubled up. They defeated the Edmonton Oilers 6-3. So glad to see already two dozen of you in here. So let's get all the intros and hellos out of the way. Firstly, subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video. Like the fact that the Canucks won, and like the fact that we can be here for the next hour talking about a Canucks win. And subscribe to this channel if you subscribe, like this video, and become a member if you'd like to become a member. I want to give a shout out to my Hall of Fame members: Jens95, simalexander, Justin Credible, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, the Shea family channel, and Jamie's Sports Talk, and more. Thanks to all of you for your support, and thanks for the support of all members of all levels. If you're listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, simply press the join button underneath this or any of my videos, or click on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Also, thank you in advance to the moderators. Do what you got to do. You know that I have my complete trust in you. Thanks to Monkey 9 Brewing for their support. They're sponsoring these post-game live streams. And thanks to all of you, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you. You know that I do not take you for granted, and you know that I understand. You could be doing anything else. You could be watching anyone else. Yeah, you could be doing anything right now. But the fact that you are here with me right now, I appreciate you. And yes, you know that I do not take you for granted. I'm in a very good mood. I had chats with all my Hall of Fame members, or at least except for the brand new ones, had one-on-one chats with them on Sunday and yesterday. And I will say, I'm not just saying this, I tweeted this if you follow me on Twitter, that you guys know I don't view you just as members. I view you as friends, as colleagues, as really important people. And the more I get to have these one-on-one chats, the more I have these members only. I'm not just trying to make you become a member, but for those of you that are members, hopefully you are seeing the benefit of it. And I know that I absolutely love being able to connect with all of you. So let me go for about 3 or 4 minutes here, and then I will turn it over to you. I am in a really good mood. I'm in a good mood because, as you guys know, I'm not studying right now. I'm waiting for the mark for my final exam for my master's. Work is going very well. I played for, if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, I played for a mass in our building today, and I was playing the piano. I don't sing because I want people to pray and not, well, I guess if I sang, I'd make people pray as well, pray for me to stop. But I was playing for mass and with a beautiful colleague of mine named Risa who was singing. And she was amazing. She was amazing. Voice of an angel. And I don't know if she knows anything about the Canucks, but maybe I could utilize her for one of my Canucks videos. But yes, so I had a really good experience doing music with Risa. So if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, you would have seen that 1-minute clip. So if you haven't checked it out already, I invite you to check it out. Even if you're not into church music or religious music, just to hear her voice and then to see this good-looking guy playing the piano, of course. Of course, the Canucks put me in a good mood. By the way, I found the stream of the car crash, so I will share that a bit later. So I found that stream, and I think I convinced Marie to appear on my live stream on Tuesday night, the night I go to the game with her. But we just got to figure out the logistics. But she was open to it, which I think would be good. I think it'd be a nice a change from me. And no, Coach Rob, I will not sing a song for you. That's why I'm talking about Risa today. That's why I'm talking about Marie. I'm not a singer. I'm a pianist. I'm a musician, but I'm not a singer. Okay, let's talk about this game. 4 goals, 4 shots. Chaking. Yeah, they chaked him out of the net. Chasing Mikko Koskinen out of the net. It was Niels Hoglander scoring 31 seconds in. Then Jack Rathbone with his first goal of his career, launching past already 10 people on the Canucks, except for Travis Hamonic, who then scores his first goal of the season. And then you had Tyler Graveck scoring his first goal of the season. And then actually before that, it was Jace Harlock scoring his second goal of the season. But it's pretty funny. If you take away the Hoglander goal, you look at the 4 Canucks that scored. They had 5 goals this season between them. And then you look at Puljujarvi and Draisaitl, who scored the first 2 Edmonton goals. They had already 41 goals between them. So even if you add in Hoglander, basically the goal scorers, it was 41 goals against 15. Then you add Besser's in, which is 20, which is nice. But then I can't remember the third Edmonton goal. So all in all, great to see the 4 goals on 4 shots. It was great to see them chase Koskinen out of the net. It was great to see secondary scoring. 10 out of 18 skaters tonight had points. Actually, Horvat and Hughes, surprisingly, were among 2 skaters that didn't have points, but you're having the Harlocks and the Gravecks and the Hamanniks of the world scoring. That's awesome. Travis Hamonic, Gordie Howe hat trick, named after the famed Gordie Howe. Tough guy, but a good scorer. So goal, assist, and a penalty. A fighting major, I should say. So a goal and assist and a fight for Hamonic. That's what you call a Gordie Howe hat trick. Second of his career, which is pretty cool. I think they showed a graphic that it ties Gordie Howe. And so you think you'd have more of those if they named it after him. And then, of course, 2 other things. Brock Besser, 20th goal of the season. C Edits, I gave you a shout out. I'm not sure if you watched my post game. C Edits, I gave you a shout out. And by the way, thank you for your nice email. C Edits actually took the time to email me. C Edits reminding me last stream that I did predict Brock Besser would score 20 goals. So I was right on that. Thatcher Demko, 39 saves on 42 shots. And finally, after a week and 2 days, after 9 days, the Canucks have finally scored. No, not scored. The Canucks have finally won since my nice guy Clay meme went viral. Yes, it took 6 games. The Canucks were 0-5 until then. Draisaitl of the third Edmonton goal. Thank you. It took the Canucks 6 games, but finally they won. And I almost went away from. I'll never go away from tweeting that meme. But I almost was gonna put a ban on myself and not tweet it again until the Canucks won a game. But thankfully, they won tonight. Also, if you watch my pregame, my prediction videos, I did predict the 2 previous Edmonton wins, but I felt really bad always picking against the Canucks. So tonight I started Demko in my fantasy league. I had McDavid too, of course, and I predicted a Canucks win. Now I said 4-3, so I was off by a little bit. It ended up being 6-3, but at least I picked the right winner, and I at least it was the Canucks. Okay, that's good. 7.5 minutes. Let's get to your questions, and and I'll have a couple cool links, at least one cool link to share in a little bit. So I'm not sure. I might. This is what I stream off of. My camera's on this computer, but this stream is a tiny bit faster. We'll just see what happens. Hey Clay, thoughts on Besser's goal? Besser's goal was nice. That was the last goal of the game, right, for the Canucks. So as far as I remember, there was some good, forechecking work. And Besser, he was in the right place, at the right time. It was weird. It wasn't Pearson, Horvat, and Besser, I think, was the line at that time. So it was a good goal, a nice snipe. Besser, he doesn't have the quickest release, but when he does release it, it is really, really hard. Nurse is greasy. Yeah, Nurse and Horvat have a lot of history together too. Marcus, hey Clay, wishing Edler got a goal tonight, the first on the list of first. Yeah, it's crazy. I just don't think he's going to get a 100th goal, unfortunately. Noah, I'm doing great. Hope you're doing well as well. nucksfan, was Hamonic a fighter before coming to Vancouver? No, but unfortunately, one of the memories I have of Hamonic fighting was he fought Goodbranson when Eric Goodbranson was part of the Canucks, and it knocked Hamonic out of the game with a broken cheekbone. So he's not much of a fighter, but he plays tough. I heard he's Catholic, actually. So he plays really tough, though, and I love the way he stands up for our team. C-Edits, message retracted, so I'm not sure what you asked. I hope it was a good one. Sam, which line do you think was best tonight? Actually, all the lines were pretty good. Besser, Miller, Hoglander was noticeable, though. So I not just because they're the de facto first line, but I thought they were really good. And the other lines, they were good enough. They had like one guy scored, Graveck scored one, and Harlot scored one. So both your third and fourth lines are chipping in. But I still think the Besser, Hoglander, Miller line was the best line of them all. We win 7 straight. Habs lose their last 3, and we're in the playoffs. Okay, Cole. As much as I'm the founder of the GLCPC, just don't think it's going to happen. Hey, Clay, thoughts on Lynn tonight? I don't think he played too much. Lynn was okay. He had that one really nice centering pass to Besser where I can't believe... Did Mike Smith save it or did it go off the post? I don't remember them showing a replay. I thought Cole Lind was okay. 10 minutes of ice time. Yeah, so in his games now, he's gone ice time 17, 16, 15, 12, and 10. So that's dropped a lot, although he got 2 minutes of power play time. But yeah, Cole Lind wasn't as noticeable as, say, some other guys tonight. Do you like Gravac as a fourth line center? Noah, before these last couple games, I didn't think too highly of him, but he's showing that he could be fourth. He's actually faster than I thought he was. And obviously he showed a bit of scoring touch today. I thought Gravac had a good game. He only had 10 minutes of ice time, but a full stat sheet, a goal, +2, 2 penalty minutes, a shot and goal, and 2 hits and 2 blocks. That's a solid game for Gravac. So I did like him tonight. I'm not sure if he's the answer full-time fourth line center. Great game, yes. Thoughts on VC being invisible? Unfortunately, he is. He's one of the forwards that did not have a point. 15 minutes of ice time. Although, to his credit, him and JT Miller, they're a pairing. They had 5.5 minutes of shorthanded time. And then Highmore and Pearson were the other pair. They had 2 minutes of shorthanded time. Now, I say that, but then Edmonton scored on 2 of their 5 power plays. But what can you do if you're playing against McDavid and Draisaitl? So I thought VC was just okay. Did you watch any of the World Juniors? No, unfortunately, I didn't. Throughout the week, I didn't get a chance to watch it. And then tonight, obviously, I was watching the Canucks and not them. But I was following it, and I'm thrilled for their win, of course. Is Cole Castle still in the Canucks organization? No, I think he's gone. I'm keen to keep Hamonic. Debut Hunter, long time no see. I know you are overseas, so thank you for bringing the international flavor. Debut Hunter, I really like Hamonic. I think he's quietly the reason why the Canucks defense was so good in March. He solidified his own play, he solidified the play of Hughes, and he solidified the play of the entire defense. If he only wants to be in Western Canada, that means Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, or Winnipeg. Winnipeg, roots there. Calgary, been there, done that. Edmonton, no, not after everyone wants to fight him. So I would love to see us sign him. And I would spend even a bit more than the 1.25 we're spending on him this year because I think he'd be good. By the way, did a poll question, talked about it in my vlog. I would be okay with the left side of Hughes, Rathbone, and Juolevi next season. Yes, it's very inexperienced, but Hughes, Rathbone, Juolevi, and then as long as they're paired with some combination of Schmidt, Myers, and someone like Hamonic, you have all your experience here. You have all your exciting players here. We'll see what happens. I would actually be okay with that. C Edits, nice to see a win for your meme. Thank you, C Edits, and thank you for your email. Thanks for the shout out. Of course. Thoughts on the Triple H threat of Höglander, Harlock, and Hamonic? Yeah, there's not only those 3 guys, but then you have Horvat, you have Hughes, but yeah, a lot of guys with the last name of H. If you don't have Tyler or Travis as your first name, then you should have a last name of H, or if you're Travis Hamonic, you have both. Yeah, I think it's good. I like the Triple H thing, and I thought Harlock was good tonight. Very noticeable. Höglander is really, really solid, and Hamonic I just finished talking about. So I do like them. I do like all of them. Yes, Hamonic did have a Gordie Howe hat trick. This is the second one. Which Flo bro has the better hair, Brock or Jack? Still got to go with the original in Brock Besser. Koskinen smashing a stick, hilarious. Yeah, but he tried to smash it too low. Like when you try and do the blade, you got to do it higher and get kind of more the handle, and then it breaks easier. But yes. By the way, did you guys feel bad for Koskinen at all? Did you feel bad at all for him? Thoughts on the Demko save on the McDavid penalty shot? That was good. I think everyone thought that McDavid was going to score because he did deke Demko, but he simply did not get the shot high enough. Demko's good with his legs in the bottom half of the net for sure. Lucas, with us leaving Utica as an affiliate for the season, Abby, but the Utica comments will be staying because the Devils affiliate. Yeah, and right away the Abbotsford team was approved, but then Utica immediately announced a 10-year deal. So now they'll be the farm team of the New Jersey Devils because they are the Utica Devils. I like Clay. Starting to agree with your take that Rathbone can be a top 4 left D, liking his upside mobility. Yes, I lie. It's only been 2 games, but this is a hill that I'm going to die on. I think he can be a second pairing D-man. I really do. Can you imagine Hughes and Rathbone set on our left side D for years to come? No problem, C Edits. You rarely make mistakes. I was just surprised to see you retract your message. Why did the team have to wait till tonight to... Well, you could argue Edmonton didn't have their best game. But yeah, it's tough, Jogpaul, but let's be realistic about their playoff chances for sure. Coach Rob, how long is the agreement for the AHL to be in the Abbotsford? They did not announce that, as opposed to Utica, who did announce 10 years. Linda's a slacker, needs to try harder. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't say that, Lefty. Lucas says he heard 5 years. Good. Noah, do you think Rathbone and Lind make the team next season? I would ask about Gadgerich, but we haven't seen him yet. Yeah, Noah, I think Rathbone will make the team. Lind, I think he will too. I think they're counting on cheap guys like that, right? $900,000 a year for the next 3 years. Gravac, just an AHL player. Did I say that? I'm not going to. He was great tonight. I will give him full props. I don't know if he's going to do enough to stick, though, on the big team next season, but I was thrilled with his game tonight. Thoughts on Highmore today? Not as noticeable as the other guys, but I do know that he did have an assist. He was a +2, 1 shot, 1 hit, 1 block, 15 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. I just didn't notice him as much as I have in previous games. But it's weird how Boyd and VC are completely invisible. Yeah, it's strange. Best Canuck tonight. Demko's 39 saves, hard to ignore. I thought Hoglander and the Besser Miller line, I thought they were quite dominant. Hamnick was really noticeable too, but I'll give it to Demko for 39 saves. But there are a lot of really good players tonight. Yeah, I don't know what the Abbotsford Arena is used for now. So anyone who's out there in Abbotsford, let me know what they do in there. I know I joked about in my vlog today that I've been to a couple of Christian concerts there, but I think they do more than that. Based on the guys we've seen this season, what would next season's bottom 6 lines look for you? I lie. My bottom 6, let's presume that Hoglander stays in the top 6 with Pettersson, Horvat, Miller, Besser, and Pearson. So that means my third line, I kind of intrigued by a Cole Lind, Tyler Mott, Vasily Podkolzin line. And that's presuming no Sutter. That's presuming that Beagle starts the season hurt. And then your fourth line could be something like a Gravac between Highmore. We do have him under contract for 1 more season. And then a McEwen or a Roussel. McEwen also under contract for another season. I like Boyd's versatility. Does he make enough to make the team as a 4th line center? Maybe. I don't think VC's back. I don't think Harlock's back. So, and then Sutter contract ends. So my bottom 6 would be Lind between Mott and Podkolzin. Not a lot of experience there. And then my 4th line would be Boyd or Gravac. I can't change my mind just because of one game. I would say Boyd between Highmore and either McEwen or Roussel. And that's considering no free agent signings. I just don't know how much money we're going to have to do that. Oh, good, Lucas. Mainly for concerts, junior hockey, and summer league basketball. Very good. Fan growth. The COVID outbreak didn't happen. When would the Canucks' last game been? If the COVID break didn't happen... Oh, I see what you're saying. For the Canucks themselves. They didn't... I knew the season ended on May 12th, but I don't think they had a game the last day of the season. I think the last game would have been May 10 or May 11. Got some cats here that woke me up at 5, running the house like madmen. Well, Debut Hunter, if it takes some cats to wake you up for you to be here, I'm glad that you're here. By the way, Adam Hall of Fame member was very sweet. He actually texted me or DM'd me on Twitter to tell me that he wasn't going to be here. If you guys aren't going to be here, that's fine. You don't have to tell me, but if you want to tell me, that's fine. I appreciate you thinking of me that way. Thoughts on Nurse pulling McEwen down in the fight? Yeah, I didn't like, it's almost like a body slam, and then he tried to punch him when he was down. Thankfully, the refs got in the way. I thought that was a little bit dirty for sure. Is Zach McEwen worth keeping to provide toughness for the team? I think you saw his worth tonight. So maybe he's a bottom 6 guy. I'd be open to it. I also think he might get taken by the Seattle Kraken. Cole Castle's in the AHL. Thank you, Coach Rob. Do you like Demko's game? I thought it was outstanding. Shane, thoughts on Koskin and Stick Smash? Not his finest work. Thoughts on Highmore's game tonight? Got his first point. He did see edits, but I actually thought, even though he got his point, that it was one of his less noticeable games tonight. Fillmore, no, why should we? Not sure. I'm not sure what that was an answer to, Fillmore. Oh, Oh, it was the answer. Did you feel bad for Koskinen? Yeah, no, you shouldn't. That's why I'm asking. Joker, I didn't watch the game, but I was told Höglander attempted the cross move. Is it true? Yes and no. He took a shot that went off either the net or Smith, and then it landed behind the net, and he had a full head of steam coming around from behind the net with no one on him. So he tried to, you could tell that he would try to do it, but he didn't even have a chance. It's not because the puck wasn't settling, so he didn't even get the puck up. So it wasn't actually an attempt, but you could tell that he had it in mind for sure. Elfren, hey Clay, thoughts on the 4-0 rocketing start? I loved it, and I loved it because it was a lot of secondary scoring. Lefty, why would I feel bad for an opposing goalie when they are going to the playoffs and my team isn't? Good question, Lefty. Not even a tear. Good job, Nux. I felt bad for Nurse because he acted like a little kid. Yes, not his finest moment. Not his finest moment. Lucas, Utica to stay under New Jersey Devils. Yep. New look for Utica next season. Nobody's felt bad for hope your Demko game blown out. Yep. No, that's true. Maybe that was a bad question. I just wanted to see what you guys would say. Jehovah and her witness. Yes, Clay. Rathbone goal was good at Hockey IQ, knowing that he was a good time. Yes. D-Train, great point. He had a lot of time, showed such poise, and took the time to put the puck up instead of just shooting it right away. Great point. DB Hunter, I felt a bit bad for Koskinen. If it was one of the big boy goalies with history, then no, I wouldn't feel bad. Someone like him who isn't a seasoned AHLer, yeah, a bit. Okay, that's fair. So Debut Hunter actually showing some compassion in this chat. Jogpaul, what is this whole deal with the Rangers? Why did they get fined? Well, they got fined because they basically said that the director, the head of player safety, George Peros, ex-player, should be canned, basically. They said he wasn't fit to do his job. That's not a good look. So they got fined $250,000, where Tom Wilson only got fined $5,000. Pretty crazy. Do you think we sign VC or Boyd? VC, no. Boyd, maybe, just because of his versatility. But VC hasn't shown us anything to make us want to, that we should resign him. Tayeb Clay, let's say Jim Benning gets fired. Who will take over this GM position until we find a replacement? Gosh. You know, if they went interim and they went internal, I could see a guy like Chris Gear doing it. I hear that he does a lot for Utica. I hear that he's on a lot of these calls with Jim Benning. So I'd say Chris Gear from internally would be the guy who would step up. All right, let's keep on going. Is the Seattle Kraken allowed to make trades right now? Fangirl, they are, but they have they have no assets to trade. Well, they have draft picks, I guess, but they have no players to trade yet. But they can make trades. Who are your 3 stars tonight? Doesn't have to be only Canucks. Well, McDavid was very noticeable. And do I have to go in order, Elfren? What did McDavid have? He had 3, right? Yeah, 3 assists. Draisaitl had 2. Okay, my 3 stars tonight would be Demko, Hamonic, and McDavid. Yeah, those are my 3 stars. Hey, Justin, nice to see you. Jaskran, do you think our bottom 6 did much better than the top 6? No, I don't, because Besser still had 2 points. Höglander still had 2 points. Only Horvat didn't have anything. Pearson had an assist. Miller had an assist. So no, I do not think our bottom 6 did better than our top 6, but you can see how much better our team is when our bottom 6 does indeed contribute. Is Utica players moving to Abbey, or does New Jersey get the players? So no, New Jersey does not get the players. Our Utica player, remember, and Utica this year is weird, right? It's a half Canucks team, half Blues Farm team. So the Utica players that are there, that are property of the Canucks, those are Canucks property. So if our AHL team goes to Abbotsford, so do those players. Then the St. Louis Blues guys will go back to their farm team. So the AHL team is actually the one that's going into Utica. It's not a brand new team. It's actually moving from a different city named Bimington. So all to say, then you can change your like Utica, the city itself. It changes its allegiance to the New Jersey Devils, but the players that were part of Utica stay with the team that obviously drafted them. So all those guys will come to Abbotsford. Oh, Shane, that was pretty funny. I'll not read it out loud, but if you guys want to see it, Shane, that was pretty funny. Edits, do you think McDavid hits 100 points during the game on Saturday, or will the Canucks hold them off to 99? Do we have to play? We have to play Edmonton one more time, though, right? That's the thing. So I think that he does not get his 100th point against us. I think he will get it somewhere else, and then when we play him again on the 15th, hopefully he will already have got it. Now, as I say that, I want to look at the Edmonton Oilers schedule because they might only be playing us because of our COVID break necessitating a reschedule. Oh, okay. So the Oilers play us on Saturday, then they play Montreal Monday, Wednesday, and then they play us on Saturday again. So no, I don't think he gets to 100 against us on Saturday. I think he will get it in one of the 2 Montreal games. It doesn't really matter. But I mean, when he gets it, but that's a great question. Bottom 6, third line, Podkolzin, Mott, and Lind. I agree with Boyd with Highmore and McEwen on the 4th line. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. And then you still have Roussel under contract as well. So Lefty likes Grayvac better than Lind. He was certainly better than him tonight. McEwen had the troll face when Nurse was hacking. Yeah, it was funny. McEwen, I think that, when you guys, well, I shouldn't make any presumptions. I know when I got spanked by my mom, and she would hit me as hard as she could with her hand or a spoon, I would try so hard not to show that I was in pain or that it was bothering me. Unfortunately, it would make her more mad and make her hit me harder. Remember, this was 40 years ago, so don't calm down, everyone. But it's kind of like that with McEwen. He was trying to show that it wasn't bothering him, and it just made Nurse a lot more mad. By the way, we have almost 80 people in here. Awesome. We're only at 28 likes. We should have more. We're in a good mood. I look good. You guys look good. The Canucks won. So let's get those likes up to 40. I don't like pandering for likes too much, but I do like seeing 80 people in here on a Thursday night after a Canucks win. So if you're watching and you haven't liked this video yet, let's do it because it makes me happy. There we go. We're at 40, and I can retire a happy man. Thank you. Mike, I was hoping Hoglander was going to do the lacrosse skill. Yeah, he tried. Edmund, Jack Rathbone going to score lots of goals. He has similar offensive skills. Some guy named Brent Sopel. Yeah, I hopefully Rathbone actually has a better career, but I like what you're saying. Something I don't like about Lynn, says Lefty. No problem. Let me know when you get to it. Thoughts on Pavel Buchnevich being suspended 1 game? Yeah, I've seen worse cross-checks, Noah, but and here I am saying the Department of Player Safety is trying to get a handle on this, but why didn't they do anything to Tom Wilson? By the way, 84 people in here. That is awesome. So I'm okay with the suspension. I just think they got to be more consistent. Franco, what happened in the Vegas expansion draft that made the Golden Knights a great team that almost won a Stanley Cup in their first year? Well, 2 things. Number 1, they had a bunch of players that wanted to prove themselves. You always want to stick it to your former teams for not protecting you. But secondly, Fangirl, they made a lot of side deals. They basically said, okay, like a team would go to them and say, hey, don't pick any of these guys from our team, even though we're not going to expose them. So don't pick these guys, but we'll trade you another guy just so you don't pick that guy. So they made a few of those deals. That's why they wound up with Marchessault and Riley Smith from Florida, for example. That's why they wound up with Shea Theodore from Anaheim. So they made a lot of these really good side deals. Lefty, I also have never liked Virtanen either. I have said that many times on the stream in the past. Yes, Lefty, you have. And then I know our friend Truds is one of the biggest Virtanen supporters. So we all have our favorite players. Clay, did you feel bad for the stick that Koskinen smashed? It took a pretty rough beating. Yeah, at least 1 or 2 whacks before it broke. Do you think Hogs will get a lacrosse goal? I think eventually, but it might not happen like right away. Start Holtby or Demko next game. I have a feeling it's going to be Holtby, although Demko played really well tonight. Demko went 2 in a row. Travis Green said he wanted to get Demko in a groove. Maybe getting him in a groove means letting him play 1 more time. Just like Holtby played twice coming out of the break, although Demko wasn't ready. If it were me, I'd start Demko if you're not so worried about splitting starts. There's a couple back-to-backs. You know that Holtby's going to get in. Yeah, there's 2 more back-to-backs, so you know Holtby's going to get in at least 2 of those. I would actually start Demko on Saturday. At least we got our 20th win of the season. Yeah, Besser got his 20th goal as well. Hey, Sharms. Hey, Clay. Hope all is well. Indeed. Thank you. I remember you saying Hamonic will not score a goal this year. Yes, I did say that last stream, but he did today. Keep saying this so we can keep jinxing them. Plans for the next ping pong game. Okay. So, I just don't think that that Miller is going to and Horvat's going to score again. No, I know you're talking about a lower player. Okay. I just don't think that VC is going to score this season. Okay. Watch what happens. Not sure why I just made that goofy face. As for ping pong, obviously the weather's got to be good. Tonight was a little rushed for me getting home from work at the 6 o'clock start. So I think maybe sometime over the weekend, if the weather's good, I will take the boys down. Lefty, Hogs will get a lacrosse goal. Odds, I would say 70% he will score one in his career. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think it'll happen this season, but I think it will happen eventually. Shannon wants Demko to start. Thoughts on Andrew Shaw's career? Yeah, good player. Would he call him an honest player? He was pretty gritty, pretty tough. Was he dirty? I can't think of anything massively dirty. I just thought I knew he was a guy that I didn't like playing against. Well, I wasn't one playing against him. You guys know what I mean. Don't you love it, by the way, when people talk about their team, they talk about it as if they're actually on the team? I think that's kind of funny. That's kind of cool. D-Trade, I don't feel bad for the Oilers goalies. They make millions of dollars and aren't that good. They have two of the best players in the league in front of them. Any team looks better that way. Why don't you tell us how you really feel, D-Train? That was good. That was good. Is John Davidson a good fit in Canucks management? I've always liked John Davidson. I think they should. I think they should pursue him. Sharms, I never thought I would see the day where Hamonic, Harlock, and Graveck all scored in the same game. Can add Rathbone in there too, but I had a feeling he would do something once he got the call. Yeah, Sharms, I tweeted a very similar thing. In fact, my tweet said almost the exact same thing, actually. It said, dun, 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 dun. If you're not following me at Canuck Clay on Twitter, you should. I'm a really good follow. Just kidding, I'm not. I just tweet gifs of myself the whole time. If you told me before the game that Canucks goal scorers would be Rathbone, Hamonic, Harlock, and Graveck, I probably wouldn't have believed you, but I'd be happy about it. And there's the gif, of course. Lefty, Smith is still a good goalie. Yeah, he is. He handles the puck well, too. I like Graveck. Come on now. Be easy on him. Yes, I know. Great choice on the 3 stars. Thanks, Elfren. Reaction. If Benning gets fired, I can see them calling the Benning who's always hanging around in these live streams. Yeah, he might do a good job. 3 stars for me. Demko, Hamonic, and Rathbone. Sounds good. Noah, do you think the Rangers fired the president and GM because of the way their season was this year, not because of Tom Wilson's situation? Apparently, Noah, they're saying it had nothing to do with the actual statement that they said calling for George Parris' job. But did the Tom Wilson situation bring up or rip open wounds that are existing in their organization? Maybe. I thought they had a pretty good season and their future is bright with Fox, Lafreniere, Kako, so many other players. So we'll see. But maybe I heard there was some other stuff going on behind the scenes as well. Lefty, look on the stats on Graveck tonight. I will just for you. No, I already read this out. A goal, +2, 2 penalty minutes, 1 shot, 2 hits, 2 blocks. That's a solid stat line. Andrew, for GM, I don't want veteran GMs. My pick would be Mark Hunter since he didn't get the job in Toronto. Okay, yeah, I'd be open to a young, fresh name for sure. I loved Gilman, but I don't think he's coming back. Hey, Clay, thoughts on McEwen? Hey, Chris, thoughts on McEwen? By the way, on the People Show, they read a text from Chris from Nanaimo. Was that you, Chris? Let me know. Thoughts on McEwen? Great game, getting under the Oilers' skin. Highmore, not as noticeable, even though he got a point. Himself were quite noticeable. I don't know who himself is. Thoughts on McEwen, Highmore, and himself. Who's himself? Well, I guess all the Canucks can call themselves himself. Then they played well. Going out on a limb, saying that about Graveck? No, or you could say you're going out on a lind. Oh, I should have saved that for my dad joke. Anytime you make a form an opinion on Colin, you could say, I'm going out on a lind. That was pretty weak. Thoughts on Matthews hitting 40 goals today? See, it's an amazing season. 40 goals in 49 games. I think that's what it is. He is so good. His release is absolutely sick. Lucas, yes, we've talked about that. The AHL team in Utica is moving to Abbotsford. New Jersey is moving their team to Utica. That's why they're going to be called the Utica Devils. Yeah, so the Devils team is from Binghamton to Utica. Our team is going from Utica to Abbotsford. There's no brand new teams. There's no team that just came out of nowhere. Just a change in places. So Binghamton ends up with no team. Utica switches their team, and Abbotsford ends up with a team. Yes, moving from Jordan Binnington. Binghamton, not Binnington. Yes, it's just the way I say it. Fillmore, what do you think if the Canucks farm team could have moved to rename the town Binnington? Okay, now you guys are just trying to make me mess everything up here. Noah, do you think Virtanen is here next season? No. If I had to guess, I would say no. Thoughts on Luongo hypothetically being a Canucks commentator? I think he'd be great. He is so funny. He is so smart. He is so sarcastic. But I have a feeling that he might not have anything to do with the Canucks. Not bad blood, but just to make it easier, I think he's happy where he is in Florida. Lefty on Virtanen. Oh, I missed Lucas's. Blues affiliate is Springfield, Massachusetts. Thank you. Lefty on Virtanen. Innocent until proven guilty, but look at the guy who plays hockey like an imbecile. Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much. I understand the whole notion of innocent until proven guilty in the courts, yes. But that some people, that still rubs them the wrong way for sure. I'm not saying, Lefty, I'm not at all saying that you're being like this, but some people think that kind of excuses it or takes it too lightly. Again, Lefty, I'm not saying at all that that's you. I'm just saying that that's what some of the problem that some people have it. Well, we're at 94 people. It'd be amazing if we got over 100 people at 10:40 on a Thursday night. But that means we got to find 6 other people to get on to this stream. Chris, oh wait, Sharms, do you think Hoglander seems to just get better and better after each game? Yeah, he hit a tiny bit of a wall in the middle of the season, but not a bad wall. And yeah, I think he's been great. Chris, everyone liked the stream. Canucks win. Thank you. Jim Benning, I was not grocery shopping. It was just Bim Jennings trying to frame me. If anyone saw the story on Twitter, some guy took pictures of Jim Benning grocery shopping. Some people are saying that's a huge invasion of privacy. Others are saying, well, he shouldn't be shopping if he was watching the World Juniors in Texas or the World Under-18s because he should be quarantining. Lefty, if he's guilty, hockey would be the least of his concerns. I agree with that. Fillmore, in Simpsons, the hockey team is called the Springfield Isotopes. Very good. Tayeb, did you see Hoglander getting a hat trick in his career? Do you see it? Oh, yeah. I'm sure he'll get at least one. See edits. What do you think about Rathbone having BX's number 3? I think it's fine. It's not like BX's number is going to be retired, so I think it's fine. And I'm not sure if there's any history to Rathbone wearing number 3. I think it's fine. It's not a troll. It's not anything. There's only just so many different numbers you can wear. By the way, if you were a player in the NHL, put in the chat what number that you would wear. Put in the chat what number you would wear if you... Actually, don't do it yet because they're going to clog up the chat. Sorry. So if you already started to do it, don't do it. Hold on to that. I will ask that at the very end, and then I can read it later. But if you want to do it now, that's fine. But my preference is that you don't put it in the chat just yet. But we'll see who actually listens. No problem. Luke, okay, I'm going to get to questions only now just so I can catch up. I did a pretty good job, despite 100 people being in here, which is awesome. I did a pretty good job reading all statements, but I'm going to go back to questions for sure. Brando Critic, do you honestly think the Canucks will be better next year? As much as the season was hard to watch, I generally think that with more practice time, this team will be in good shape next year. Yeah, Brando, is that the one like from the Skip the Dishes? I do think the Canucks will be better next year. I think this is rock bottom, and they're showing signs of, well, one win coming out of rock bottom. I actually think they will be better next year. Rangers cap game was fun and so crazy. So crazy. Why are media and TV announcers in a different bubble in the NHL? Do you mean different bubbles from each other? I know they referenced it today. Obviously, Shorty and Garrett are in one bubble. But I use... Yeah, you sit just like school cohorts. You don't want to overmix. And when they say bubble, it's one thing to be in a bubble, meaning you can be really close, but you can still be in the same room or same area as other people, but they're just not considered your close contacts. I don't know completely all the logistics, fangirl. Lefty says Hoglander has better chances of getting a lacrosse goal than a hat trick. Sharp, Reg, your thoughts on that sharp angle shot by Grayback? That's a highly skilled shot right there. Yeah, it's both. It's a skilled shot, but the goalie's got to make that save as well. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. It was good that he had the confidence to pull that off. Elfren, do you think the Canucks should bench VC? What happened to Eriksson? Should we put him in for VC? No, I think you have other guys. Like, remember, VC's only playing because we have so many other guys hurt. Mott, Pettersson, Virtanen's not available, Roussel. Eriksson is forever taxi squad. VC has already been benched twice. I think they're convincing themselves. They're just making sure that they're going to make the right move with them next season. Sebastian, no problem. Haven't heard your thoughts on Rathbone. Has it changed your view of Ulevi? What decor? Interesting, Sebastian. I love Rathbone's game. I think he could be the top 4, like a second pairing. I like Ulevi's game. I won't say I love it, but I like Ulevi's game. I think Ulevi can be a third pairing D-man. So that's why I think I'd be fine to go with Hughes, Rathbone, Ulevi on the left side. Then on the right, you go Schmidt, Myers. You re-sign Hamonic. There's all your experience on the right. And then you have some exciting puck movers, at least in Hughes and Rathbone on the left. Did Vancouver make a mistake passing on Caulfield over Podkolzin? I wouldn't say that. I don't think we can say that just yet. We haven't seen what Podkolzin can do in Canucks jersey. Do you see the clip where Rooney got a 10-minute misconduct for doing the Superman pose back to the Caps, even though all the refs and lines had? Yes, I saw the pose, like going back at Wilson, standing up at the bench. I should start walking around the office just like this. Maybe I'll get more done, or maybe scare people into getting more done. Maybe not. And I saw that all 4 refs had their back facing the other way, so I don't know which one called it on them. Yeah, Edmund, I don't think Hoglander will even be in the Calder finalist. There's so many other good rookies, but he's gonna have a great career for sure. Headquarters made the call, maybe. Predictions of when Edler will record his 100th goal. Elfren, this sounds so bad, or maybe this is a perfect way to get him to score. I don't think he's going to score this season, and then if he retires, he might not get it, which would be pretty sad. Okay, we're at the 42-minute mark, so now I'm going to go by really fast and make sure I get to questions only. But thank you for everyone. Did you see the Jim Bending photo? Yes, Eason, you probably typed that before I talked about it because, wow, I'm 12 minutes behind. Okay. Tyler Mott, thanks for being here. Who was the last NHL player to use a wood stick? I don't know. McInnes? Are you asking me or telling me? I don't know. I'm guessing McInnes, but I'm not sure. So, yeah, more comments on the Jim Benning grocery shopping. Talk about Gillis, no problem. Just keep going. I'm just trying to find questions so I can honor your questions. Who is better, Louis Eriksson or James Neal, both in their prime? I would take Neal over Eriksson. Eriksson's prime was okay, but it didn't last that long. Adrian O'Coin, last player to use a wood stick. That's pretty cool. Oh, a part of the Canucks broadcast from Tuesday's game was shown on Jimmy Fallon's show. Why? A goal per game player Hall of Fame. I think Matthews will end up in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Lucic decided to waive his no move clause. I think it's still too expensive a contract. See edits. J-Pat was saying on The Nation that he thinks Besser could even hit 25s this season because the Flames games are kind of a swing. Do you think he will? 5 goals in 8 games. I think it's possible. Maybe he winds up at 23 or 24. I know, see edits. I know that J-Pat and Drance, they have their goal bets for the season. Did you hear that Green might that's re-sign, right? Shannon, not resign. There are different stories out there of what the Canucks have offered so far, but nothing formalized. Hello, Cameron. What would you name Abbotsford's HL team? Oh, the Abbotsford nice guy clays. No, anything with I know the arrows or aviators or airplanes or something like that, maybe. Although Fraser Valley Millionaires, I kind of like the sound of that. Oh, you guys are so good getting people to hit the like button. Oh, I just heard a buzz. That means I missed something. Fangirl, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that very much. Fangirl, you donate $1 every time. You should just become like a franchise or Hall of Fame member. I follow Guy. Oh, Wild Wills, you guys know that I read questions and I like affirmations. I think this is an affirmation. Wild Wills, I follow a guy with 100,000 subs. He only gets 60 average viewers. Well, I think that's, I shouldn't say. Maybe he doesn't do a good job promoting or whatever. Because, I think my channel does okay. It can do better, but I'm happy with the way that it's grown recently. But if Wild Willis, thank you for sharing that. I'll take that as a compliment. Okay, so Coach Rob 22, Elfren. Oh, 2 guys want to take number 22. Jim Benning. That's not going to fit on a jersey. Abbotsford 49ers. If I were an NHL player, number 1, what do you think about how Gaudette had to give up his 88 to Schmidt? I'm fine with it. I don't think that was a big deal at all, Chris. I think it's a good move by a young kid to defer to a veteran, and I think that's generally the culture. Do you think we'll be better than them next season? No, I think the Canucks will be better than Seattle next season. I do. They don't have a Pettersson, Demko, Hughes, Core, Besser, Horvat, Miller. Great game indeed. Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, Caps Rangers and AEW. I'll have to play some games. Great seeing you, debut Hunter. That's awesome. Do you think Cole Caulfield will be a superstar? Superstar, I don't know about superstar, but he will be good. He will be good. For sure. Oh, I thought I almost caught up. Sorry, guys. I know it's not the most attracting thing just seeing me stare at my computer trying to breathing into the microphone as I'm looking for things to talk about. They were talking about Kuznetsov from the Caps on the People Show and whether coming to Vancouver, what's your take on him? Very talented. Seems a bit flaky, right? A little bit. I think he's broken COVID protocol and maybe he's not the most disciplined player. I don't know if we need, I guess we need goal scoring. Always, as always said, it depends on the contract. I'd be interested. I would listen for sure. Will the NHL do a mini-series thing like this season so you can play the same team a couple times in a row? Yeah, D-Train, I think they're going to go back to their old divisions, but I do think that they're going to build in at least 2 or 3 game series to cut down on travel a little bit. But you won't have 3 of these 3 game series, right? You only have 1 or 2. Thank you. Do you think Podkolzin is a fighter? No, I just think he can play gritty, but I don't think he's a fighter. Edmund thinks Edler's got 2 more seasons in him. Do you think Edler gets his number retired? No, D-Train, I don't. You look at the quality caliber of players up there. I think he gets Ring of Honor, but I do not think. I think Matthias Olin is still. Him and Edler are basically equal in my eyes of best Canucks defenseman, and Olin's in the Ring of Honor, but he doesn't have his jersey retired. Sharms, you're doing a great job as my ping pong agent. You give me room to grow. You give me space. You give me my freedom. I just got to perform a bit better. C-Edits, would you prioritize getting a D or center in the draft? Clark played really well in the under 18. Hope Benning has him under the radar. Yeah, I would, prioritize all things being equal. Obviously, you take best player available at one of those 2 positions. I'd love a right shot D, given that we have Hughes and Rathbone on the left. But a good center, given that we've lost Madden and Gaudette recently. Both are important, but maybe I'd go for the center. Are you going to get an agent with your new fame? Well, I have my ping pong agent in Sharms. As opposed to my meme-ness, we will see. I think I can handle it so far. Being able to handle the media availability and everything. See, do you see the Leafs and Oilers match up in the second round? Absolutely. I think those are the 2 teams that are going to get through the first round for sure. Jim Benning is here. Is Parker in the chat tonight? I don't know. He'd have to answer that. I don't want to go through all the participants. It's fine. Clay, you should do TikTok videos. Nucks fan, my kids won't let me get near TikTok. No, I do not do TikTok. Don't start the rumor. Although if you guys could convince me, or maybe if I raise enough money, I do a TikTok. Yeah, don't forget, there's a difference up top between top chat and live chat. Ray Bro, it's all right, Ray Bro. Your team's going to playoffs. Give us one win. Yeah, I think Hughes will be one of the best, if not the best, Canucks defenseman in history, but he's still got to work on his game for sure. But a great start. Which current NHL player do you think Podkolzin has potential to become? Oh, gosh, that's a good question. Who could he be like? Yeah, I have to get back to you. I actually heard comparisons to a Russian player. Was it actually Buchnevich? No, I don't know. I have to get back to you. I have to think about that one for sure. Oilers got destroyed. TikTok's overrated. I agree. Clay's agent, no, he does not have TikTok. Thank you, Sharms. You know me too well. Playing the banjo tonight. No, I do not play the banjo. I do play the piano and the drums. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's do this one. Do you think Barzal is better than Petey? Someone texted this in the People Show. No, I don't think Barzal is better than Petey, but I wouldn't say Petey is that much better than Barzal. I think they're about the same. That's why I do think their contracts will be about the same. Yeah. Edmund wants Colin almost had his first point tonight. While we were looking at Podkolzin, I'd have high hopes to be a Bure. Yeah, it's a different type of player, Chris, but we will see. Oh, Bamjo, very good. Can you play the drums? Yes, I can. Podkolzin is going to be like Evander Kane. Maybe. Yeah, Raybro, one win, though. You guys have been smoking us. Okay. No more Canucks questions. Wow, we're at 94 people. No more Canucks questions. No more hockey questions. Let's go with Ask Me Anything for the next 4 minutes. Then we'll go to about the 55, 56 minute mark, and then I will wrap up with a couple things. Favorite TV game show? Growing up, I loved to watch Press Your Luck, Big Bucks, No Whammies. And now I like any of the games that have singing on it. Who is your BU Ray? I don't even know what that means. Hope he isn't like Evander Kane off the ice. Yeah, although, it's Evander Kane came into the bowling alley that my kids were working at. My son Sean got a picture with him, which is kind of cool. Favorite actor, actress? I like Denzel Washington as an actor. As an actress, there's no one that I'd say that I really go out and make a point of watching her movies. So I don't have a favorite actress. Greatest dad joke you've ever said. Greatest dad joke I've ever. Wow, there are so many. When you have I am pretty proud of my knock litany. So if you weren't here for the knock litany about 2 weeks ago, I love where I can just pull out about 15 to 16 knock jokes and do them in a minute. I think that's my greatest accomplishment. But I've had some pretty funny ones when I'm speaking, in front of live audiences and stuff, for sure. Do you watch The Walking Dead? No, I don't. Favorite ice cream? Pretty boring, just strawberry. What was your very first car? Honda Acura, Sprite, or 7-Up? 7-Up, actually. Boo-ray. What's a boo-ray? Favorite verse from the Bible? Philippians. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13, right? Yeah. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Favorite restaurant in your city? Matsuyama, Japanese restaurant. Favorite fruit? I like mandarin oranges, actually. What was your first date like, Clay? My very first date? Well, it's not with my current wife, Gail, so I can't talk too loud just in case she's listening. My first date, my actual date, went to see a movie. Okay, I better not say this because this is public, right? No, we just went to a movie and went out for dinner. That was my first date. That's all I'll say on this one. Favorite Japanese snack? Japanese crackers, actually. Rice crackers. Go to dinner with any known person in the world right now. Who would it be? Any known person in the world right now. Maybe I would like to go to dinner with Denzel Washington. I just love his movies. I think he's a great actor. Favorite place to visit outside of Vancouver? We're a Disneyland family. We like California. We have family, friends, relatives. I guess that's the same as family and Disneyland. So we do like California for sure. Favorite Burger Shack place? In-N-Out. I do like In-N-Out. Favorite TV series of all time? All time. You know, I do like Criminal Minds a lot. And there's an old show. Actually, Nux, you'll remember this. Nux fan number 29, because it's from our era. Remember the show Moonlighting? Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd? Booyah Ray. I don't even know what that means. Candy. American Smarties or Canadian Smarties? What's the difference? I just like Smarties. I didn't know there's a difference. Do you ever eat McDonald's pizza? I did. It was just okay. Curious, when you meet people and they cuss a lot, do you ever feel awkward someone is swearing a lot? No, Edmund, that's funny. Some of my good friends swear a lot. Church guys, non-church guys. It doesn't make me feel awkward. They actually feel bad because they not because I mess up my face and go, oh, or judge them, but they often sometimes swear less around me, and other people just don't care. No, I don't feel awkward. I hope that they don't feel awkward. What's the longest you ever grown out your hair? I've had I had a mullet in high school, so I had it past to my shoulders for sure. If you could, tea or coffee, and if tea is what's your favorite, no, don't drink tea. Coffee only if I have to, but I don't drink that a lot either. I drink too much pop. If you could travel back in time and stay in one specific year, what year would you go to? Maybe the year 2001, because Gil and I, 1 year of marriage and our first child was born. Or maybe it's 2000, before we had children. I love my children, you guys know that. But that was the year Gil and I got married, went on a really nice honeymoon, went on a cruise, went to Vegas, really fun. Do you have a celebrity crush? It used to be Tyra Banks. Oh, Bure, I see what you're saying. Not Bure, I gotcha. Inferno, favorite Jim Benning quote? Mine is, we live day by day. Favorite quote? Yeah, I don't want to say we ran out of time. That's too easy. Favorite Jim Benning quote? Maybe it's something like, I have to think about that one. I can't remember anyone that's totally, maybe when he says we're going to be a good team in 2 or 3 years, because he seems to always be saying that. You think you do well on online dating apps if you're single? Okay, well, Edmund, that's really funny, actually. I'm going to go way past an hour, but I'm sure you guys don't mind, right? Okay, I'm in a good mood. To be honest with you, how do I say this? Well, I'll just answer it. You guys know I'm real with you. Yeah, I think, no, I was going to say, yeah, I think I do well in online dating apps because of my personality and my talent, what I'm talented in, and I think I'm a good listener, I'm a good conversationalist. But I'm being serious, and I'm not looking for you guys to feel sorry for me or make fun of me. People would have to get past the picture too. Even though I'm confident in my looks and I joke around about being the founder of the GLCPC, I don't think I'm the best looking person out there. So online dating apps, I know a lot of them are based on picture. I'm not talking about Tinder, swipe left or swipe right, but just overall. So I think people would have to get past the picture and read my bio and get to know me. And yes, I think I'd be a great catch. Can't believe I'm talking about this. So I've talked about my first date. I've talked about if I'd be good at online dating. Favorite team other than the Canucks? Oh, that's an easy one. People in the room all together. It's the Winnipeg Jets. Where would you get a piercing? Well, I have, the only place I would be my ear, and I have it. It's hard to see now, but maybe one day I'll come down to one of these things with an earring, and because I put one in, my whole still is active. That doesn't sound good, but yeah, I had my ear pierced way back in university, so I will maybe I will. You guys want me to wear an earring? You want me to wear an earring for a future stream? Maybe I will. Okay, so I'm not going to get to any more. I'll just read whatever questions are there, and then I'm going to stop where it says Winnipeg Jets, LOL from C-Edit. So in the meantime, put down a yes or a no if you want me to wear an earring in a future stream. I won't say it's the next one for sure, because I might need a couple days to ram it through the hole. Again, that does not sound right, but let me know if you want me to wear an earring to a future stream, and I'll finish these questions off very quickly. Funny question, Shafeen. Number one amusement park you want to go to right now that you haven't been to? Ooh, maybe a Six Flags. I've never been to Six Flags. First movie you plan to watch in theater post-pandemic? Depends what's out there. Dylan Russell with the $20 US. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate you. And maybe because of that, I should wear an earring to my next stream. Dylan's probably like, what the heck's this guy talking about? But Dylan, thank you for the donation. You are awesome. Lucas, I don't know what movies are going to be out there, so I don't know for sure. American Smarties isn't chocolate? Okay, well then I'm not picking American Smarties then for sure. Moonlighting, good. Favorite awards show? Anything with music. So the Billboards or MTV, anything like that. Grammys back in the day. The McMini? No, I've never eaten that. Thank you again for the $20 donation. That is amazing stuff. Thank you. Most memorable hockey moment you've ever experienced? Live, it was the Burrows slaying the dragon. Favorite candy brand? Oh, not actual candy bar, right? Whoever makes Snickers. I like that. Whoever makes that. Snickers is my favorite chocolate bar. Do you like camping? I don't mind it. I'm not the best camper, but I've done it before. I don't mind it, but it's not on the top of my list for sure. Canucks jersey you would want to get one day. A non-Canucks jersey. Maybe Connor Hellebuyck. I do like him. Maybe Nathan McKinnon. I'm not big fans of individual players, but you guys know that my 3 favorite teams that are not the Canucks are Winnipeg, Colorado, and Tampa. So maybe I would get a Hedman. Maybe I would get a McKinnon. Maybe I would get a Hellebuyck. Great question. Chris, do you think you could advertise my online dating profile, Clay? Well, only because you're a Hall of Fame member, Chris. Usually I don't do those kind of things, but I think you're joking, but if you're serious, Chris, I will help you out, but look at me. I'm not really going to help you out. Edmund, you're confident it'll help you on the apps for sure. Thank you, Edmund. And then there, I wanted to get to right there for sure. So just so I can end this because we're past an hour. Okay, so the first question was, should I wear an earring in a future stream? Yes, yes, no, yes, no, yay, no. Yes, yes, no. So mostly yeses, but certainly a few no's for sure. Okay, so that's and thank you once again, Dylan, for your donation, and thanks, Fangirl, for your donation. Secondly, as I do my wrap up and get my dad joke ready, I'll start blabbing now, so I won't read any more messages. But put in the chat, if you were gonna play for a hockey team, what number would you wear? My favorite number is 8. Not because of any player, but 8, for those of you who have Chinese descent, I'm half Chinese, know that 8 is a good luck number. 8 is the unit number of my house. It's a single digit. I used to wear 8 in all my sports. So my number is 8. Dylan, yes, another $10. Dylan going crazy. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate you very much. Let's show some Dylan, let's show some Dylan some hype. Let's show Dylan some hype and some appreciation. Thank you, Dylan. That is awesome. Okay. So put down the number that you wear. Oh, 14, Sammy. I like 14 as well. So a few things. Someone asked me the car crash. So right before I go, I'm going to put in the chat the Clay Emo live stream Canucks Blues. Okay. So right before this ends, I'm going to put in the chat the crazy car crash one. So it was a stream where there was a car crash that happened during my stream, but I'll talk about that in a second. Oh, by the way, Mira, hope you're doing well. Miss you. Glad you are here. We won 6-3. It was great. Watch my post-game live stream, Mira. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Okay. So in a second, I'm going to put the stream of the car crash. It was Canucks versus Blues game 2. So I found it. I can't remember who was asking it for. I think Jim was asking for. The car crash happens at the 7:30 mark. 7 minutes and 30 seconds in. You can hear the screech of tires. You can hear the impact of the car. It's pretty scary. So Mira, no problem. Nice to see you for a fleeting moment. So I'll put the link in a second. Car crash, 7:30 mark. Let me know what you think. We'll talk about next stream. Also, speaking of streams, I talked to Marie, that game that I'm going to, last Canucks home game of the year. She agreed to stream with me. So we just got to figure out if we can do it from the arena, from a street corner. That doesn't sound good. From her place, that still doesn't sound good. But you guys know what I mean. We will figure out a way to stream and to get Marie on that. And don't forget, that's going to be fun because the very next night on the 19th, I will be live streaming the game, doing play-by-play, and then playing the organ during intermission. So I think that will be a lot of fun. So that's some fun to look forward to on the 18th and 19th. Okay, before I go, as always, thank you to the moderators. I appreciate you. You do such a wonderful job. Not a lot of work tonight, which is good. Thank you to Monkey Nine Brewing for sponsoring these postgame live streams. And thanks to all of you for sticking with me. We went for an hour 5 basically tonight. So make sure that you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you like the stream before you go. Watch my postgame live stream. No, this is my postgame live stream. Watch my postgame recap and then consider becoming a member as well. So here's the link to the stream that had the car crash. Look at the 7-minute and 30-second mark. So in the meantime, as always, subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of this channel if you'd like to. I will be doing my next postgame live stream on Saturday night. And then we'll be doing our members-only live stream on Sunday. It happens to be Mother's Day. So I will let you know what time that is going to happen. All right. What do you call a nun who is doing aerobics? Twisted sister. Get it? God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.